We're here at the Emirates, where we've got the likes of AFTV, who are huge influencers and have a huge following on social media on the back of another suicide in Caroline Flack. Rest in peace, Caroline Flack. It's another person who's took their life due to the likes of online bullying and the pressures of social media, and even the tabloids also harassing her and getting involved in whatever's going on in her personal life. There's no need for that intrusion. We see it day in and out. We've been a part of online bullying and whatnot and trolls online, and I'm sure many people have, as well as a lot of these have. So we're here to catch up with some of these guys and see the impact they have on people's lives and what these platforms need to do to try and eradicate them. News broke yesterday, Caroline Flack committed suicide. Rest in peace, Caroline Flack. It seems to be a lot to do with like online trolling, things like that, a lot from the press, a lot from Twitter and stuff like that. We get it. Do you get it? And how do you deal with it?
I ignore it, blood.
Ignore it.
I don't really care. You understand? Like, I'm not gonna let it affect my life. Like, you know what I mean? People are out there saying shit. You just gotta ignore the shit. You get me? You have to be thick-skinned. Some of the shit they say, it will get you mad, blood. Understand? It does touch a nerve. But you just have to just know, it's just hit me. Remember what my mum said to me as a kid, sticks and stones. You get me?
It is, isn't it? It's a playground, isn't it?
You understand?
It's
like,
online.
Yeah, it's just sticks and stones, blood. You understand? You know to yourself the truth. Your family know the truth. So, you get me? Fuck the trolls, you already know my thing. You get me? But yeah, man, it's sad that she took her life.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, like when we first got it, when I first broke onto the scene, it was just like, it used to piss me off, mate. Every person that used to say something, I used to reply and I used to get dead angry, and now I just hit block because I haven't got time for it.
Yeah, that block button is very handy. Mute as well. You understand? Because they think they sit there because they have access to reply, but they're muted. So they sit there and they're just literally replying to themselves.
Aye.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, you get me? Like, you just have to ignore it, bro.
What do you reckon, like, Twitter and the likes of these platforms can do to try and eradicate trolls?
Like, the only thing you can do is like tell people they have to upload their identification.
That's the one.
You have to have pictures. You understand? And if you don't have that, then you get me, you can't have an account. Because a lot of these are just man with eggs as pictures. You get me? Sitting in a basement doing nothing. You understand? Like a miserable life. You understand? If you're a woman, men don't like you. If you're a man, gal don't like you. Like, it's just, you're just stressed there, innit? Wanking in a sock. See, that's what a troll is, blood. I'm gonna be real, fam.
It is, doing it.
You're literally.
You've got to imagine what the person looks like behind the computer.
Exactly, you understand? And you look at your life, and you look at your blessings. You just keep it moving, man.
Hating on you because you're doing something and they're not.
Yeah, like they want to be in your position. Jealousy has a lot to do with it sometimes. You get me? Jealousy is a dangerous thing in this world, blood. You understand? And it's just sad that these words from an egg can push someone to take their life. You understand? You have to just look at it as it's just an egg. You get me? It might be a lot of eggs, but they're just eggs, blood. You understand? You get 6, 12, you get me? 24. You understand? You just got to deal with it like that, bro. Smash the eggs.
What do you make of Twitter and trolls, and how do you combat that?
It's unfortunate. I mean, social media has done a lot of good. It's given everyone else a voice, and it's given us. But it also brings the bad side, that side down, where people do not realise when they can go a bit too far. I think the press she got, the pressure of her. We were talking about Caroline. The pressure that went to her was too much for her in the end, and she couldn't cope with it. And 40 years old is too young. We've got to really think about what we're doing as people, what we're doing to other people, what we're doing, rather than, all right, let's have a bit of banter, but let's not go too far. You know what I mean with it. And it's very sad. I mean, as everyone knows about my situation, I've been through a bit of a bad time, and I'm in recovery mode at the moment. So, and this does help me. If it wasn't for football and week in, week out, I don't think I'd be here today. You know what I'm saying? Because it gives me something to go. It gives me, and not everyone's got that. Not everyone. And even people, as you say, she's a star, she's a TV star. Even that, the pressure has got to her, and it's very sad. It's very. I think people are now talking a bit more. We need to talk a bit more. We need to express ourselves a bit more and get help. I wish when my mother died that I got counselling. I didn't get it, and I think it was a big mistake for me. But I think we should talk. We should be more talkative and get these things out in the open. But I don't know what you can do about it. That's life, I'm afraid.
It's just people's attitude online is just totally different to what you get in person, isn't it? The kind of people that go online and spout hate and whatnot and behind fake profiles and things like that.
Well, exactly, and they don't know the person. They don't know what that person's going through. The
effects they can have the words.
Yeah, and it's. I think people are really cruel. It's a cruel thing to do to make out that even that they don't even know that person, and they're cowards. They're cowards because, as you say, they go behind a screen. I think it should be monitored better. I think now is the time that people's names and addresses are given before they allow and not allow young kids to go on it either. There's got to be a certain age limit that young kids can't get on it either, because they're more vulnerable than anyone else. So.
Yeah, it's so sad about Caroline Flack. May her soul rest in peace, and my heart, prayers and thoughts go out to all her family and friends. Have I had them? Yeah, but the thing is, with me, I don't really take any notice. I'm lucky enough to be known on social media, but I don't really interact too much, because and don't watch comments too much, because some people just talk absolutely ridiculous things, and that is one of the reasons why I personally will not be on as much as maybe I should be, because of the fact that people can say anything that they want with anonymity, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. The things I've seen said about me and other people it's unbelievable. Nobody would ever go and talk to someone in the street, because without advocating violence, they'd want to fight them for that. So, with me, I just try to ignore it and don't listen too much, But unfortunately, everyone is not like that, People take things personally. Well, when I say take things personally, they listen and they really shouldn't. I mean, I'm not trying to criticize anyone. I'm saying, as far as I'm concerned, these people don't know you, So I see a lot of it as people being bad-minded, jealous, and they've just got time. I mean, people, if you're lucky enough to be in the spotlight, you are going to take criticism, and people can understand that. But all people have to do is disagree. They don't have to insult people personally, and I think it's wrong. And like you said, poor Caroline Flack, who knows what she was going through, but from what I'm understanding, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I apologise. She was actually getting a lot of online trolling, which is terrible. So if that's the case, then what is going to be done? Because she's not the only one. I mean, there's others as well. I don't know. I think there was a young girl who's less than 16, I think, died recently because of the online bullying. How many times has somebody got to be hurt until something is done? Because I think what you can get away with is unbelievable. It's so sad. I just don't have any words. I mean, everyone's shocked, but I don't know. I just think that, is it going to get any better? What's going to happen? Something has to be done. I mean, this game today was sponsored by
Heads Up campaign.
Thank you very much. I was thinking words. Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think something has to be done. And listen, anything that can be done, I'm definitely on board with it. It's just a tragedy. And as good as internet is, this is the downside. And I don't know. I just think that people who have participated in things like that should absolutely be shaved in themselves. And I'd go further on to say that people that say those things, they should be called out, found out, and actually prosecuted. Because I think that's the only way, when people are prosecuted for what they say, that's the only way people will then be accountable, because it's just terrible.
Right now they can get away with it, can't they? So.
Absolutely, they can get away with it, and it's disgusting, and it's not right. It's not right.
Off the back of the views there of Troops, Ty and Claude, I just want to say myself from running the Magpie channel that we get a lot of love on, especially in person. For example, at the Emirates yesterday at the concourse, loads of people coming up for pictures and saying how much they enjoy the content. Yet online, it's a completely different world, and I think that's where it comes from. Mainly Twitter for us, not so much any hate really on Instagram or Facebook, but Twitter is like the negative, toxic playground for people to hide behind eggs, like Troop said, or players' faces and fake personas and fake profiles and whatnot to hound people out and spread hate and spread negativity and try and put you down. And I think they're right in terms of it's a lot of jealousy just because they're not doing anything, they want to put you down. I've never been able to get my head around someone who doesn't enjoy something yet continues to watch it, share it, post about it and hate it. I mean, there's certain TV programmes and things I don't like, but I don't go out my way to abuse whoever makes them, abuse whoever's on them, or bang on about it. There's just not enough time in the day. I just get on with my day. For us on Twitter, I just block them. I've replied a couple of times in a way of trying to explain things. People don't want to know. People just want the attention. People just want the abuse and the hate for the retweets and the likes and the follows. It's very, very sad. But I put myself in their shoes. I think it's not necessarily what you're doing is why people hate on you. It's more so what's going on in their life. They're very angry, they're very jealous, they've got something going on with themselves. So if anything, I feel sorry for them. And I'd honestly want to reach out to them and just have a conversation about it and just see you know, because there's a lot about mental health at the minute and heads up campaigning but in the Premier League and, you know, talk, and you've got to reach out. And as someone who suffered and still does with anxiety and depression in ways, it's not nice, especially online. Now, I said to those guys, how does it affect you? It used to affect me, to be honest. Every single time I'd see something, you'd get 100 nice comments and one bad one, you'd focus on that. And it would play on your mind a bit and you'd doubt yourself. Again, you've got to go back to, I'm only accepting criticism of our content, of our work. If I rate whoever's criticised me, and so far that hasn't happened. For example, Robbie, also Fan TV, the pioneer of Fan TV channels, the best, the biggest. He's only got good things to say about it. Or if he has, it's constructive criticism. He says, you need to do this, right? You need to do this. You should change that. That's the person I'm going to listen to. I'm not going to listen to someone who else is on YouTube who I don't rate, or someone else on Twitter who I don't know, who don't know me. Yeah, I don't care. I haven't got the time in the day for it. Like I say, just block them, move on, carry on. I don't take notice of it. I don't focus on it. Like I say, sometimes I might try and explain it, but they don't want to know, and then it's just block. And it's just like, it's the kind of venom they're spitting, and you would never receive that in the street, really, would you? Or it would, without advocating violence, I think Ty said this actually, it would lead to a fight or something. And it's just online, they just hide behind the phone, hide behind the keyboard. And some of the stuff you see is outrageous. Unfortunately, I didn't get to speak to DT yesterday. He took off. And I say it where he's people have abused his brother who passed away. And things like that. And, you know, Robbie, we couldn't catch him yesterday, but because of how busy he was. But the TalkSport thing and the Everton fans, the fans at Everton, the Arsenal fans, were giving them loads of stick. That was actually personal. The first time you've seen it in person. The United stand get it as well. They get a lot of grief in person. The cameraman's even been hit. And it's just, it's too much. It's not on. But mainly, obviously, 99% of it's on social media. And what I think needs to happen is anyone who signs up to a social media platform has to put in identification, has to put in a driver's license, a passport, something along those lines. So if someone who uses me, you, anyone, you can then report it. They know what profile it is, they know who it is, and then it gets dealt appropriately, whether it be police or whatever, or just blocked. And just, you know, that person with that identity can't sign up, and you need an identity to sign up, because how many more lives need to be taken before actions are made by platforms to eradicate the trolls? You know, because it's I feel for the people that have took their life, and rest in peace to Caroline Flack, and you know, my thoughts are with her family and friends, and it's just awful tragedy at 40 years old, and whatever she was 40, 14 or 64, whatever you may be, it's just these kind of things, and something needs to happen to erase the internet bullying and the trolls. But I hope that kind of got a message out there of how, you know, people have suffered from it, deal with it, and what we think should be done. Drop your comments below as well. No hate, obviously. Well, do what you want, but you'll just be deleted and blocked. But just think before you speak. Just really think before you speak. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you subscribe to my channel TV. See you there.